To help establish the balance of Earth on its axis and in its orbit, every human being must endeavor to balance the polarities of his own nature and raise the state of his consciousness. He must use the knowledge attained in the finite plane as a stepping stone to the point of balance. He will find that deep within the consciousness lies his balance will, which, if allowed to do so, will work with the finest precision. He must try to remove the low frequency of his thought vibration by replacing desire for power, dominance, and destruction with one for order, cooperation, and construction, by removing the negative from his life that he now displays in every action. If you could behold your world vacillating on its axis as it is, you would understand better the urgent need for action, for turning within and examining yourself, taking yourself into account, and striving to live the Christ life, to live in harmony with God's law, with that great and harmonious power that lies behind all. The work of the world is done by few. God asks that a part be done by you. In 1954, the director of the Institute of Meteoric in New Mexico headed a project in which scientists were searching for artificial satellites known to be circling the Earth. Through the magnifying lens, I viewed two of these satellites traveling parallel to the Earth's orbit, placed there and controlled by the guardians of space. One, being further from the spacecraft which I was aboard, appeared smaller, the size of a baseball, the closest one about the size of an indoor ball. They merely looked like small balls of light moving through space, though their radiance was much less than that of our moon when full and bright. I was told that there was a drastic danger of a premature shifting of the Earth's poles, and that these satellites are placed in position around our planet, operating as a medium of counterbalance, and to prolong the time of catechism, if possible, till the proper cyclic time schedule as appointed by nature. Long ago man grew away from nature, and we continually and unwittingly attempt to turn the elements against us. The balance of a planet and the planetary vibration, whether positive or negative, are dependent upon the dwellers of a planet. In this instant, our brothers have had to harmonize their purpose with the working of nature in order to prevent a premature occurrence that could disrupt the entire solar system. It is highly probable that our already off-balance condition of Earth's could be accelerated by too much radiation released from our bomb explosions, entirely destroying the Earth's balance in this system, and in turn making space travel dangerous for a long time. It was the month of December 1955 when next my brother and sister from Jupiter dropped in to see me. I had been planning for my vacation a few weeks away, during which time I intended to travel to Denver, Colorado, meeting my good friend John, flying in from New Jersey, then on to the Brotherhood of the White Temple in Sedalia to meet one of the most eminent personages on this earth I had ever had the good fortune to become acquainted with, and whose identity will become more widely known as this old world reels on into the time of trouble. It was not accidental, nor for personal fortune or fame, that he quietly established headquarters high in a region of the Rocky Mountain Range. He is working under instruction all the time, not from some unseen guide or spirit, but by direction of the great teachers of the Great White Lodge. He is indifferent to praise, and desires no personal following. Every word he speaks is spoken from experience and knowledge, and not just something he believes. He demands only loyalty to the eternal and divine consciousness of God. The Great White Lodge is not a legend. It is fully protected both from the intrusion of man or the forces of nature. Shambhala is the name most often used in referring to the central headquarters of the Great White Lodge on earth. Silently and secretly, unknown to the great mass of people, The great masters of the Great White Lodge are constantly striving to bring mankind to their own degree of consciousness. This earthly White Lodge is only a part of the universal or cosmic White Lodge, which has its representatives on every inhabited planet throughout the cosmos. The retreat of the cosmic White Lodge is on the star Antartes of the Pleiades, the place which the Bible says is heaven. By my watch it was 9:15 p.m. when a flood of soft light descended through the night sky on a wave, then dropped vertically and dimmed out in the vicinity through which I was driving my pickup truck. I immediately recognized this to be a spacecraft and brought the car to a stop off the road. I walked out across the stubble of a field toward a faintly luminous object just visible in the darkness. As I drew near, I saw the figure of someone outlined in the dim glow of an open door, and was next aware of someone standing by the craft. A mellow, masculine voice from out of the night greeted me. "How are you, my brother?" The brother of Jupiter advanced silently and clasped my hand in the customary way of greeting, while vibrant harmonies of joy coursed through my being. I assured him that I was fine, and we then entered the craft in the presence of the Lady of Jupiter. They imparted to me that they were very busy and could stop but shortly. Without my having mentioned it to them, they disclosed they knew of my vacation plans. Noting I was somewhat doubtful regarding my time off from employment, they assured me there was no need to worry, that all would be well, and indeed they were right. As I returned to the pickup, I paused to watch the craft mount into the night sky and streak across the canopy of the heavens to vanish in the beyond. It was a small ship they came in, probably 60 feet in diameter. They were both attired in neat-fitting, ski-type suits. The visit following this one was from the Lady of Pluto, who brought with her 2 brothers and a sister whom I had not met in any former contact, and whom she said I would meet again. They did not indicate what planet they were from. After discussing the necessity of the people of Earth increasing their vibrations to conform in harmony with the vibrations of the Earth's orbit, they took their departure, leaving me deeply moved as usual. They came and went in a late-model automobile. Chapter 12. Few are chosen. Many of you have interrogated, why don't they contact me? Why do they contact him? One point is significant. Our brothers have contacted people in all walks of life. Position, profession, education, wealth, beauty, or homeliness are not requisites considered in determining whether you are a likely candidate for contact or not. If you are more desirous of being of service, of helping suffering humanity into a condition of greater life than you are of worldly fame or gain, that would be one qualification in your favor. Often a person of little education, consumed with the desire for service, has a better chance than one of highly evolved intellect who is selfish in his purpose. Too often the academic mind is encumbered by the fetters of education, being a closed channel not open to the wisdom of the divine. There are certain individuals who are acting as agents for our brothers, and may well be performing this duty because of some cause set up before entering their present incarnation. The reason a person is contacted goes much deeper than one would ordinarily suspect, to the inner man, to the nature of the real you. If man knew himself, he would know why he is or is not contacted. As is often said, all that glitters is not gold. The gold tinsel of superficiality is often only a thin veneer covering the darkness of ignorance, wherein lies no recognition of the spiritual self. One important aim on behalf of the brothers is to determine whether any designated agent has the courage and profound desire or not to bring the message of truth to the people, for too frequently a person will fail because of an inflated ego or because of criticism and the fear of what others may think or do to him. We are a people impregnated with fear, even afraid of believing in anything at all.